Hello, welcome to my healing yoga today. I'm calling it that. Oh, by the way, I'm Lydia, and B3 Yoga. Hi to all my B3 yogis out there. I miss you, and welcome to anyone new. Today's healing yoga is just going to be a nice, gentle flow, stretch, feel good sequence yoga, about 25 minutes or so. It's for kind of anything. If you're recovering from COVID, if you are recovering from any other illness, it's always a good idea to take it slow. And so this is kind of a good way to get back into it. No props needed, but be aware that if you're having congestion or any type of, other thing that if you feel dizzy in any way at any point, just know you can always take a break. It's very gentle, but if any of these foldovers bother you, just, take it easy. Listen to your body today. So let's go ahead and get started. Just find a nice, comfortable position here on your mat, cross-legged. Take your hands and place them palms down on your knees. Sit up nice and tall, finding a spot just in between your sits bones and your tailbone. And draw the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and find yourself in this space. Just taking a moment for yourself. During this practice today, we're going to be sending love within, just healing vibes. As you seal your lips and inhale, I want you to think of a white light, bringing healing, purity, protection to you. And as you exhale, just let go of anything that's blocking that today. Any stress, tension, toxins, just let it go. And once again, seal your lips. Inhale through your nose all the way in. When you feel like you cannot take another sip of air, take one more little sip of air. And as you exhale, keep your lips sealed. Feel your belly button pull into your spine. Empty out all the air. Everything until there's nothing left. Gently blink open your eyes. On your next inhale, take your arms up together in prayer at the top of your head, and then pull them down to heart center. Just close your eyes once again. And for this practice today, I want your intention to be for those healthy, loving vibes to send within yourself. Bow your head and seal in that intention. Blink open your eyes once again. Let's inhale your right arm up and over. Feel a nice stretch through the side body. Looking up to the sky, opening your heart. Inhale, let it go. And take your left arm, I'm mirroring you. Inhale. And exhale, feel a nice side body stretch. Open up your shoulder, your heart. And inhale, let it go. Just come up to your knees for a second here if that feels good. Just have a seat. Inhale your arms up together in prayer at the top of your head. Exhale, bring them through heart center. Once again, big scoop. Open up those arms, your heart to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, let it go. This time, take your arms behind you, open up your chest, clasp your fingertips together, and inhale, taking a little bit of a back bend, opening up your heart to the sky, looking up, opening in your throat. Get a deep breath in, and on your exhale, start to let your upper body come down. Just nice long spine, let it come down over the tops of your legs and let your forehead go towards the floor as your hands come towards the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch here. Go to your edge. Big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. I'm going to turn here. You stay where you are. Take your arms and reach them out into your child's pose. If it feels good, take your knees as wide as the mat and let your heart sink into the center. Let your forehead come to the mat, and if you're holding any tension in your forehead, maybe some congestion, just roll your forehead out along the mat. Just working out any of the stress right there. Hold here in this position. I want you to take a look inside. Take a little check-in. How are you feeling? Where are you holding on to any tightness in your body? How are you feeling emotionally? No judgment here. One more deep breath in. And exhale. On your next inhale, come up to all fours. Just stacking your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. And from here, I want you to take an inhale. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Just open up. It might feel a little bit awkward, but just open up here as much as you can. And on your exhale, loop your right arm underneath your left, bringing your shoulder to the floor and your right ear to the floor. Reach your left arm out long if that feels good. Keeping your hips right above your knees here and feeling a nice stretch in your shoulder. Release tension. And then pull your left arm back. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. And then let it go. Let's take the other arm. Inhale your left arm up. Inhale, look up to the sky. Look up to your hand. And then loop it underneath your right arm. Lay your left ear on the ground, your left shoulder to the ground, and if it feels good, reach your right arm out. Big inhale, exhale here, releasing any tension you're holding in your shoulder. Good. Bring your right arm back on your next inhale. Sweep that left arm up. Inhale to the sky, to the ceiling, and then drop that left arm down. From here, we're going to come to some gentle cat-cow. So as you look forward, drop your belly, coming to your cow. Inhale, as you exhale, pull your belly button into your spine, round your back, finding your cat here. Pretend like you're shooting your tailbone through your knees. And then once again, working back to that cow on your inhale, working with your breath here. And exhale, let it all go around your back. Drop your head. Last time, inhale, look forward. And then exhale, round your back. Pull your belly button into your spine. And then coming back to that flat back. Let's move through some kinks here. So I just want you to make like a big circle with your body. So up to the right, back to the right. Think about moving through all four corners here. So up to the left, right on your inhale, and as you exhale, come to the back. Stopping anywhere that you might feel you need an extra little stretch. Staying with your deep breaths. And once you make that full circle, let's go back the other way. Really paying attention to how your body's feeling here. Working through anything that might need a little extra. And staying with your deep breaths. And coming back to center here, I want you to turn your hands around so that your fingertips face you. Taking a little bit of a wrist stretch here. Wrists tend to hold a lot of tension. Lean back. Awesome. From here, tuck your toes under. Let's give our feet a little love. So just go ahead and come to a kneeling position. And see if you can sit back on your feet. Feel a stretch. This might be a little uncomfortable for some. Just go to your edge. And let's clasp the fingertips together and make some figure eights here. So once again for those wrists. And if you're lucky enough to feel the sunshine, soak it all in. Good. When you're ready, inhale. And then exhale, coming back down. Untuck your toes. Let's find that child's pose once again. This time, knees together. Rounding of your back. Feel your breath all the way through your spine. And exhale it all out. On your next inhale, come up to all fours. Tuck your toes here. Hover your knees right above the mat. Keep your core nice and tight. And let's work up into our down dog. So work by taking your tailbone first to the sky, keeping a bend in your knees. And then before we try and straighten, let's walk your dog out. Let your head hang. Straighten one leg and bend it. Maybe you want to look under one armpit and then the other. Once again, noticing anything that might feel a little bit tight, tense. And then when you're ready, find some stillness in your down dog. So you may feel like your hamstrings are a little tight today. That's okay. Maybe keep a micro bend in your knees. But you want to reach your heels for the floor and take that tailbone to the sky. And then let your head hang. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Then come up on your tippy toes and make a wave-like motion with your body coming into a plank position, maybe a little shift in the legs. Hold here, take your elbows, draw them in close. Inhale, rock forward, and exhale, I want you to slowly lower all the way to the floor. And if anything is feeling too much for you, that's okay. Just go with what you're feeling today. Untuck your toes. Let's take your right arm out in front of you. Just rest your head on the mat. Take your left leg, bend it, and take it into your left hand. And just find this nice, gentle stretch in your quad. Just breathe. Release that foot. Lay your left arm long. Take your right foot in your right hand. And just bring your knees a little closer together. Pull your right heel into your glutes. See if you can find that stretch. And breathe. Release your right foot. Take your hands out to the sides here. We're going to work to a baby cobra. So on your inhale, press into the tops of your feet and keep your head looking down, but lift with your lower back, building some heat here. And then exhale. Inhale, maybe you want to keep your fingertips slightly on the ground. Maybe you want to float them. And exhale again. This time, take your hands close to your rib cage, moving into an up dog if that feels good. Or you can do a baby cobra again. Press into the tops of your feet. Straighten your arms and let your hips and knees float off the floor. Look straight ahead, finding this up dog. As you exhale, drop your knees to the floor, round your back, coming into your child's pose. Let's move through this one breath to one movement. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, press into up dog. And exhale, drop your knees, coming to your down or your child's pose. One more time, inhale, come forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, knees to the floor. And find your child's pose once again. Knees can be further apart or together. Just find this breath. Check in with your body. Grab a Kleenex if you need it. And then on your next inhale, come forward, all fours. Tuck your toes once again, and let's come back to that down dog. Take a breath here. And then look up to your hands, rise up to your tippy toes and take baby steps. Coming all the way up to this forward fold. Now here, if this bothers you, it's too much for any congestion in your head, feel free to just come halfway and you can stay right here. Just go with what feels good. If this forward fold is feeling good to you, it's a great release, stress, tension, healing. Breathe. Let's sweep and sway the arms along the floor. Nice big inhale and exhale. Good, come to stillness. Take a big bend in your knees. Let the chest come to the tops of your legs. And then once you're ready, start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. The last thing to come up is your head, and then your head, neck, and shoulders drop down. Find your Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms are out. Spread your toes wide. Close your eyes and pretend like you're sucking up the mat into the soles of your feet. Lift up on your kneecaps, your quads. Tighten your glutes. And then find that opposing action with your top of your body. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face, your eyes. Take out the tension in your cheeks. Come back to that intention, sending love within, sending healing vibes. Inhaling that white light, protection, purity, healing. Blink open your eyes, and on your inhale, sweep your arms out, up and together in prayer at the top of your head. Exhale, bring them through heart center. Little slight bend in your knees, coming down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice and slow. Exhale, release. Take your right foot and step it back, big step back. So you are hip distance with your feet. Toes are wide. Your left knee is right over your ankle, and I want you to drop your right knee to the floor. From here, you can keep your toes tucked or not, and just inhale up to this nice low lunge. If this is too much for you today, feel free to keep your arms down. We're just finding a nice stretch through the front of your right leg, and I want you to think about pulling that right hip forward so that your hips are nice and neutral. And if you've got your arms, go with it. Close your eyes. Big inhale, reach your arms long, but keep those shoulders down. One more inhale here, and then exhale, hands frame your left foot. Shift your weight back. As you do, pull your left hip back and bring your left toes towards your face. Let your head fall to your leg. This might be a little tough for tight hamstrings, but just find your edge and use your breath. With every inhale, grow longer. With every exhale, sink a little deeper. Feel that stretch. And then let's rock forward. Bring your right knee up off the ground and step your right foot forward to meet your left. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up nice and slow. Arms come up, hands come to meet at the top of your head, and then bring them down through heart center. Let's bring it all the way back down to your forward fold. From here, step the other foot back, left foot back, big step, so nice and wide. Once again, that knee is right over your ankle. And then drop your left knee to the floor. Inhale, if it feels right for you, coming up to that low lunge. Once again, you're shifting your left hip forward, right hip back, shoulders back and down. And feel a nice stretch through the front of your left leg. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, frame your right foot, and this time shift your weight back, right hip pulls back, left, right toes towards the face. Let your head drop towards your leg. Still growing long in that spine, keeping it nice and long. And then with every exhale, just try and go a little bit deeper in that stretch. This is a really deep hamstring stretch, so go to your edge. And maybe that front leg is bent, that's okay too. From here, come forward, take your left knee off the floor and step yourself up to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms come up to meet at the top of your head, and then bring them down to heart center. Coming back to that intention, close your eyes. Just take a moment to go within. That's about as intense as we're gonna get today. No balance challenges. Taking it nice and slow. Blink open your eyes. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bring them through heart center. Find your forward fold. This time, heel toe your feet out to the outsides of your mat. And then drop your hips down. Maybe they don't come down all the way. That's okay. If you have something to sit on, you can go ahead. If they come down, that's great. If your heels are up, try to work them down to the floor. Go to your edge once again, whatever works for you. This is a hip opener, so as long as you feel those hips opening, that's all I ask for. Close your eyes. Held a lot of tension in our hips. This is a good one to release. Big inhale. As you exhale, hands come to the floor. Inhale, hips to the ceiling. Heel till your feet in to hip distance. And this time, just drop your hips. And go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Take your soles of your feet together in butterfly pose, nothing else. And I want you to take your hands to your ankles and let's make a big circle, kind of like we did in the all fours. But I want you to find those kinks once again. So you're just working yourself around in a circle, remembering to stay with your breath, staying centered within. Try not to let your mind travel. And then go back the other way. Maybe you have your eyes closed. And then find that stillness. And then I want you to lengthen your spine as you start to walk your hands. Maybe this is all you get. Go to your edge here. And if you can, start to round your back and find a stretch here. So any of these forward folds are releasing stress, anxiety. So this is another one. And then go ahead and come on up on your inhale. Take your right foot in to your left and straighten your left leg out. Here, inhale up. I want you to face your torso towards that left leg. So it's not a side bend, but it's more of a inhale, exhale, Janu Sirsasana. Exhale. And once again, if you need that leg bent, that's okay too. Find your edge. On your inhale, grow long. On your exhale, release. Go deeper. And then coming up to center, switch your legs out, take your right leg out, left leg in. Turn your torso so that you're facing that right leg. Inhale, grow long, flex your right foot, and then exhale. Come over it with a flat back, and then find a little rounding in your back. Go to your edge once again. This is all about you. What feels good in your body today? Maybe it's different from yesterday. Maybe tomorrow will be different. Just be here now. Inhale, rise up. Take both legs out in front of you. And once again, keep a bend in those knees if you need to, but inhale nice and tall. Exhale, start with that long spine, and then find a rounding in your back. See if you can flex your feet. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, release. Letting go here. Letting go of anything that's blocking you. Finding that white light as you breathe in. Exhaling blockages. And on your next inhale, come on up. Scoot to the center of your mat here. Take a hold of your hamstrings and slowly lower using your core strength. Slowly lower all the way down to a supine position. From here, take your heels in closer to your booty. And then all four corners of your feet press into the floor as your knees and your feet stay in line with your hips. Press yourself up into that glute bridge. I really want you to think about keeping your knees closer together and the four corners of your feet on the floor. And then start to shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you and see if you can clasp your fingertips together. Lift your hips up just a little bit higher. Big inhale. Feel the stretch through your front body, your hip flexors. And then on your exhale, slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. And let your back settle. Take your feet straight up to the sky. So a little bit of legs up the wall here. Great position to go to before bedtime. Play around with flexing and pointing your feet, maybe rolling out your ankles, giving your feet a little love here. So a little bit more here if you're wanting it. You can stay right here in this position, or if you're wanting to try a little shoulder stand today, it is a bit of an inversion, so if it's too much, just stay here. But if you want to go for the shoulder stand, take your tops of your arms closer towards your shoulders and take yourself and lift up, legs up into the air. Press into your lower back and move your feet closer towards the front of your mat. Once again, if this is too much, stay in that legs up the wall position. And from here, if your plow is in your practice today, just let your legs slowly drop over your head. Go to your edge. Once again, whatever works. Then if you can take your hands flat on the floor behind you. Or maybe you want to clasp them together. Maybe take your knees and give yourself a little massage with your temples. And when you're ready, slowly and carefully come out of it, whether you're in legs up the wall or a plow. Slowly bring your feet flat to the floor and let your back settle. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Coming back to your breath. Take both knees into your chest, hands to your shins. Press your legs into your chest and take a big inhale. And exhale. From here, lengthen out your left leg. Take your right knee into your chest, into the right side of your body. Feel the stretch. A little massage for your intestines. And then take your right foot, the outside of your right foot in your right hand, coming to this half happy baby here. So your leg can stay straight out, your left leg, or if you want to bend it. You're just pressing your right knee towards the mat, but to the right side of you. Half happy baby. And then from here, if your left knee is long and straight, bend it, and then cross your right leg over your left, like you're sitting cross-legged. Move your hips 2 inches to the right and let your legs fall to the left. Now here's that twist, that juicy twist to release things, all those toxins, the sickness, the yuck, let it go. Take the biggest inhale and exhale that you will today. Maybe add a little pressure to your right knee, finding the juiciest twist that you can. Let it all go. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Uncross your legs. Let your right leg lay along on the mat. And pull your left knee in towards your chest and to the left of your body. Take a second here, breathe. you take the outside of your left foot and your left hand, coming to this half happy baby. And don't worry if yours looks different than mine or someone else's, just go with it. If you want to bend your right knee, that feels better. Just breathe. And then if your right leg is still straight, bend it and cross your left leg over your right like you're sitting cross-legged. Move your hips 2 inches to the left. We're just making our spine in one straight line, and then let your legs fall to the right. Once again, finding this supine twist on the other side. Always an option to look to the left. Always an option to add a little pressure. Wherever you are, close your eyes and take the biggest inhale and exhale you will today. On your next inhale, come back to center. Uncross your legs. And we're coming to full happy baby now. So take the outsides of your feet in your hands. And just think about pressing your feet down so that your knees go to the opposite sides. Pressing toward the mat. Maybe adding a little rock side to side. Tuck your chin slightly, let your neck go long along the mat. And then take the soles of your feet together. Knees out. Feel that stretch. And then let the soles stay together as your feet drop towards the floor. Making this butterfly pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees fall out, splay out. Feel the opening in your groin. Take your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. As you inhale, I want you to think of that white light. Feel your heart and your belly rise under your hands. And as you exhale, I want you to release every last bit of tension in your body. Feel it all melt away. Another big inhale through your nose. That white light, purity, healing, protection. And as you exhale, release. Let go completely. You can stay here, or if you're wanting to move into corpse pose for your final resting pose for Savasana, let your legs splay out, your feet splay out, hands, arms out to the side, palms up. Accepting anything that the universe has to give you, knowing that it has healing powers. If you're willing to let it in. I want you to think of that white light starting at your toes, moving through your feet, to your shins, your calves, your quads. As that white light comes to your hips and your stomach, your chest, feel everything relax and melt. As that white light travels up to your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Feel it, the power of it, just release all the tension. As it travels up to your cheeks, feel them relax, your eyes, your forehead, and the crown of your head. As that white light just lingers right there above the crown of your head, sending you warmth and healing. Take these few moments of stillness and silence for yourself. If you feel those thoughts start to creep in, just recognize them, let them go. Feeling that warmth of the white light, its healing power, giving you strength. Feel free to stay in this position if you're feeling it, or if you're ready to close out your practice with me. Start to bring awareness back to your breath by deepening your inhale and your exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. And then take your arms up over your head and take a big stretch like you're waking up in the morning. Here you inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knees and roll over to your right side, letting your head rest on your bicep. Taking the side lying child's pose, take a breath here. Keep your eyes closed and start to press yourself back up to that seated position from the very beginning of class. Maybe you cross the other leg over this time. Take your hands on your knees, palms up. This time we are accepting all of those good vibes, healing vibes. Taking it all in as you inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. On your next inhale, sweep your arms out, up, and together in prayer at the top of your head. Pull your hands down to heart center. Take this feeling with you throughout your day, your evening, knowing that at any moment, if you need to come back to this stillness, silence, to your breath, it is here for you. Bow your head and come back to that intention. Seal it in for healing, for love within. Thank you so much for being with me today for this practice. I hope it will find you all well. The light and the love in me honors the strength and the grace in each one of you. Namaste.